In this video, I want to talk about how you only need one win to actually get things rolling. And this is kind of a concept that people already know, right? And I'm just going to jump right into it. It's a snowball effect, right? We've all probably heard that being said. But recently, I actually listened to a video of a guy talking about like law of attraction. And I'm still kind of torn on that because it's like also kind of logical, right? If you think things, you do things, you do things, you get things. So it's like, yes, technically your thoughts create things. It's impossible to say that they don't. But obviously it's not just like sitting on a rock, and nobody who pushes that, I think, actually believes that it is like, I mean, just thinking the things. But I was listening to him talk about how, when you attract things, your like frequency goes up and like you attract more. And it is weird because I've noticed there have been times where like things are going good and they go good and good and good, and the other way around too, right? Where it's like, it's literally this snowball effect, right? Of why is it when things go good, more things go good, right? It's not like it's not a 50-50, but it is, right? Like instead of going good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, it might go good, 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 bad, 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 right? And he was just talking about how like you become this sort of like black hole of, in a sense of like attracting more good things to you. And I do in a sense believe that. And it's also because like what momentum does for you is crazy. And why am I talking about this? So I have a lot of ventures that I'm working on and I'm really excited about. And the one that right now is actually paying me out is a shorts channel. And from that, I'm funneling people to long form. I'm trying to test selling products. I'm trying to sell channel memberships. I'm trying live streams, and it's looking pretty promising. And basically what has happened in the last 4 days is I've been estimated to make about $550, which is literally fucking insanity, by the way, because I've been doing business things for a while, but I've never in my entire life seen something that has been this like not really tricky. Like I'm not running a business here. I'm posting shorts. I'm posting YouTube videos. So it's insanity that in the past 4 days, I've made, like, again, it's not in my bank account, but estimated $550, and hopefully that goes up. So that's the venture I'm talking about. And then I always, on these videos, because I'm just like, if people are going back and you don't know what I run, I also have an ASMR channel that's more of a personal brand play. And then I also have a newsletter called Newseum, which is something literally just for entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs. So, if you're someone who watches like Hamza, E-Man Gadji, Dan Coe, Alex Harmozy, those types of people, well, I guess not all of them. Some of them have newsletters, or like the people in that niche, I guess it's more the Dan Coe area. They have newsletters. We summarize them kind of like Blinkist, but for newsletters instead. So we're trying to help people save time and also kind of use their knowledge and their leverage, I guess, of how big their audience is, almost to just like take people and be like, hey, like we just summarize them. So, and obviously we give like full credits. We can, we have a view full edition button. So I'm sure we're sending them a shit ton of traffic. Not really, because they're bigger. But anyway, besides the point. So I have all these things that are going, but you have to understand, like, none of these are making money. Like, and if they are, I'm not even counting it, right? If they are, it's because like we're like, even with the newsletter, like we're spending money to acquire people right now. So even though we've made $140, $150, that doesn't count at all. I mean, if anything, we're in the red, right? So I can flex the 150, but it doesn't mean shit really. So we're still figuring things out. Now we're building like a funnel. We're going to try to teach people how to do what I did on this channel and how to make a shit ton of money, because we think it's very entry level. Like the people who watch Dan Coe and all this, and I'll stop talking about this in a minute, but the people who watch Dan Coe are the types of people who usually kind of just want to like break out of the rat race, break out of the 9-to-5, all that stuff. And like, dude, if YouTube automation's the way, right? Or like, I don't know if it's automated per se, but yeah, if it's through like, when Alex Harmozy says, like, if he says to you right now, like, start a channel, you don't even probably know what to start a channel on. You don't know that, holy shit, like, what, I have to build a business for 5 years and then start a channel? I have to work on the channel for 5 years? That's not necessarily the case. You might not need really any skill set other than being able to edit and post videos. Like that, like it is literally that simple as I'm finding it right now. So we just thought this would be awesome to teach. So we're basically trying to put this into our newsletter Newseum and to attract those types of people, give them that front end offer to build a YouTube channel and cut costs. If not, actually, it really should be profit with that. And that was fully taken from Alex Hormozi, how he used to run gyms. He used to pull people in with these 6-week challenges, and then they'd put down a $600 deposit, and then they'd get the money back if they lost the weight. But he had a process in the middle where basically he would just hit you up 3 weeks in and be like, look, like, what's the real goal here? And you're like, oh, I want to get to this weight. And you're like, well, look, that's not happening in 6 weeks. Why don't I take the 600, credit it to the gym membership for a year, and we're going to get you to that goal, right? And obviously over the course of 3 weeks, there was a lot happening too. Like you know the trainers, you're into it, you're feeling it, right? So it was a really, really smart way of doing things, and we're going to test that with Newseum. So this channel not only has helped in terms of revenue and income via the channel itself, but I also we're literally building something to teach people how to do this, but then that's going to be our lead magnet for Newseum. And we just think that's a good avatar anyway, right? Because if you're looking for that type of thing, looking for how to make money online, how to do YouTube automation, we could also just be like, hey, we're sending you summaries every Thursday of, Dan Coe, this person, and they're just, whatever Dan Coe writes about, how to reset your life in 7 days, how to build a one-man business from $0 to $1 million, that type of stuff, right? And anyway, back to the actual focus point of this video, like, you only need one little bit of momentum to get shit moving, man. Like, this channel, it is the channel, like not this channel, but the shorts channel that I'm running. I cannot tell you how much fuel it is giving me, because it's just proof of concept, right? Everybody just wants results. And when you start to see, holy shit, views are up, watch time's up, everything's up, you're making money, right? You're being encouraged. Everything's encouraging you. You're in the green. And I want to make this because I just want to say, if you're doing anything entrepreneurship based, you don't even understand. You're not as far away as you think. You're actually one win away from it getting way easier. And again, that's a very general statement. Things change, there's ups, there's downs. I understand that was literally what my last video was about, but I still stand by it, right? Right now, I think I am so far away from $1 million. I'm 20, I want to drop out of college, and I'm never gonna get there. But how is it that I've made $500 and I feel like a millionaire? How is that possible? It's because I know, well, one, I only made this in 4 days. And if I post, 5 shorts a day and a long form a week, and I live stream every week, and I funnel people to other platforms, and and then I make more channels, I automate it, I do all this shit. That's why I feel like a millionaire, because I know, I can see the path. But the hard part is, in the beginning, everyone sees the path. When you're an aspiring entrepreneur, you see everything ahead of you, and you're like, I'm gonna fucking get that, man. And the problem is, the moment you start, there's always some shit that goes. Like, it is never as simple as, I'm just going to post a YouTube video a day. I'm just going to do this, right? Because there's going to be a day where it sucks ass. You don't want to do it. Something happens. You don't get the views. And feedback, like, reality is reflecting back to you like, bro, this ain't going to work, right? But that's why I'm saying, the moment one thing goes well, in this case, right, that is the start of it all. And think about how close you are. You don't have to make $1 million. You don't have to get 1 million subscribers. What you need is 100 subscribers, is $100, is $10, is $5. But it's proof of concept. And again, not from I'm not saying make $5 from a survey app, because you can't scale, or make $5 at a job because you can't scale. But you get my point. You don't need as much as you think you do. And that's why I'm so excited right now, is because I've been waiting, building, trying to do shit to see what works for so long, and I haven't gotten shit. I haven't, like a little bit, right? I've had I've had things that have went well, I've had fails, but never anything that scaled or stuck. And again, could be the same thing here, but right now I'm not seeing that. So I just wanted to speak on this, because I think what I have experienced in my life is that, I see it all. I see the shiny objects, I see the businesses to start, and I'm just like, wow, that person makes a lot from YouTube. That person makes a lot from this. And you see all the opportunity, and eventually you pick one thing and you do it, and you are just left with not what you expect, right? It's not that, oh, just build a newsletter. Okay, not easy. Oh, not easy. You have to learn about marketing. You have to learn about lead magnets. You have to learn about all these things. What's the journey, right? When someone joins, are they hit with a welcome email? Are they hit with a daily email until like that's something we're trying to implement? Like we're weekly. So if people sign up, they got to wait an entire week. Like if they sign up on Friday, we send them out Thursday, they got to wait an entire week. That's not a good user flow. So you got to learn all of these things in the process. So something is bound to go wrong. Like it's never as easy as it seems. It's never as easy as searching up a YouTube video and being like, oh, it's just like you make 100K a month dropshipping. It's just as simple as like, yeah, like just run ads and then get a UGC creator. And like, it's never that simple. It is never that simple. So what happens is you go into that and you start doing the thing and then it sucks. It just sucks. And then you'll see another thing and you'll do that and it also sucks. But if you can go into a thing and it goes well, you triple down. You triple down. So that's why I'm saying you don't need millions yet. You don't need 1 million subs. You don't need $1 million. I don't need 1 million subs or $1 million. I'm going for it. Damn right I am. But the reason I feel good is because I can see the path. But I'm past where most people don't get past, right? Where everyone sees the path. Everyone thinks YouTube automation is the way, right? They all think that, but they drop off because the clips don't go viral, something happens, whatever. And yeah, sure, it's a little bit of luck, but it's also a little bit of like knowing what works, right? But a little bit of luck too. But people drop off and then they see the next opportunity, right? So it's literally just you're not as far as you think. Even me, like, the reason I feel this good is because I made it past that area where I saw the path at the beginning, but then you lose the path because you're like, this isn't working, but it is working a little bit. So now I do see the path while it's working. And that's when I have to imagine things start to compound like fucking crazy because you see the path and now you're seeing, wow, views, watch time, revenue, like, and again, it's not always just YouTube. I'm just saying it because it's my example. There you go. Like you're starting to actually see real world feedback. So it's no longer a hypothesis in your head. It's actually happening. It's reality. So it's crazy. And I really hope, and I do think it will compound because like I said, like I have other things I'm running and I'm not even thinking about that right now. Like I'm most excited about obviously the thing that's actually pulling in the revenue, but there's other things, man. Like Newseum was supposed to be the multi-million-dollar business. This was just the thing I was doing on the side. Now it's actually pulling a shit ton of money. And now I'm like, holy shit, like now the lead magnet we're going to make for the newsletter is because of the channel. So I'm like, now if we can make money from that, like crazy. So again, just reminding you, you do not need, I'm doing a lot of hand motions here. You do not need as much as you think you need, which is amazing news because it is not as daunting. Like if I said right now, go make $1 million, that's fucking horrifying. How in the shit am I going to make $1 million? But if you find a vehicle and you start making money, you will eventually make $1 million. And especially if you can scale, right? If it's not just a matter of like, I'll just post more, I'll just do more, I'll just do this, right? It like once you get something too, it fucking works. Like I keep thinking about that. Like I could try to acquire people for Newseum and do all these lead magnets and like none of them work for like 6 months and I'm losing money and all this shit, or like even longer, like years, right? And then eventually I find my right target audience. It pairs with the right lead magnet and people start buying my shit. And then like, holy shit, I just paid this much for a sub, but they paid me this much back. And I just start to be able to grow the newsletter. It might take years, but it's because you haven't been doing the right thing. And that is the craziest part. I was thinking, like, I don't know if I said this in my last video. I don't know when I said this, but I think people have this perception. I don't think they actually do, but like, bear with me for a minute, that for like achieving success would be like 60 years of doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And I'm sure you can find examples where that is the case. But I'm like, it's really not that. It's not that a 60-year-old has been doing the same thing over and over and over and over again for 60 years. It's that they've been doing the wrong thing until eventually at whatever, age 40, they found the right thing. And then for the next 20 years, they built it, right? I just keep thinking about that because I'm like, I've basically in my mind been doing, like, I guess I have, right? I haven't been making money, or I haven't been making what I thought I should. Like, I've been doing the wrong things for so many years. So right now, if you ask me, how long have you been like on this entrepreneurship journey? I'd be like, dude, it's been fucking forever. It's been like 5 years, man. But then it's like, well, no, how long have you been doing the right things? Which would be the YouTube automation, which would be the this, the that. Then it's like, oh, well, that maybe like a month or two. So it's like, you're shitting me. So you've made $500 after doing the right thing for a month. That's more like it, right? It's not like, oh, I've been on this journey for 6 years and nothing's happened. It's like, no, you've probably been doing the wrong thing for 6 years. And then it all happens, right? Oh, month one, $500, this many views, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. So that's what you need. Not this FedEx truck. You don't need that because they got, you know, whatever. I'm editing the video anyway. But yeah, it's just not as far away as you think. You just need a win. Again, most people are probably doing the wrong things, and it's just you're just gonna keep doing things until something works, and then it's gonna go crazy. Like, this is why people say it seems like nothing happens and then it happens all at once. This is what I think people mean, because I have 100%, I believe in that. Like 1,000%. Like, you can literally be on this entrepreneurship journey for years and years and years and you will get nothing. And then all of a sudden, boom. Like Alex Hormozi is a great example. Just like he was building and like lost 100K, made 100K, lost 100K. And then what the fuck happened? Month one, gym launch. Holy shit. It did 7 mil, 13 mil, 25 mil. And then it just goes crazy. And it's like this dude, and you can look at everybody for this. He literally didn't make the money he wanted to his entire life, but then did all in a span of like a year or two. It took a long time, but he did. And it's the same with everybody else. Like, look at people like The Rock. Like, his entire career, I don't know how much he made, but at the start, I'm sure it wasn't a lot. But now, he probably has made more this year than he originally made in his entire career, because he has, like, biggest actor, but like the tequila brand, he has the clothing brand, the energy drink, I don't know what that is, energy drink brand. It's just, it doesn't happen, and then it happens all at once. That's what I want to leave you with here. It will just explode. You just got to give it more time. You just got to do more. And again, like, maybe you're not in the right vehicle, right? Maybe you do give this thing more time, and it's like, no, I have to pivot. But keep doing that until something works, because then you're not a millionaire when it works, but you see it again, and you see the same path you saw before, but you're past it. Now you're like, I'm getting results, and now I see the path. Whole different story. An entrepreneur who just sees the path, everybody can see the path. If you're getting results and you see the path, you're on another, path, I guess is the right word. So thank you for listening. I hope this helped out. And with that said, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.